It's time for the Trent Benningfield Show. Find out what's going on inside Tell City Baseball straight from the coach. Exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Hello and welcome to this week's Trent Benningfield Show. And Coach, last week you played Evansville Harrison at home in a non-conference game. And why don't you recap that game for us?
So yeah, we played Evansville Harrison at home, and that's a solid baseball team. I know their record doesn't really reflect it, but they have Coach Dillman does a really good job over there, and they were very, very good fastball hitters, and you can kind of expect that when they're playing the tough SIAC every day. I know they're consistently seeing arms that are probably a little bit better than ours, and we expected that going in, but we hit the ball a lot better than we have been the last few weeks, which we are showing some improvement in the last 3 or 4 games. I think we had 9 hits, but we walked 11 base runners and had 6 errors, and we told the guys, it's hard to win games when you're giving up that many free bases. So that's something that we're looking to improve on this week. I told them after the game, it's hard to win games when you're doing that. You can beat some bad teams whenever you do 1 out of the 3 phases right: hitting, fielding, and pitching. You do 1 out of the 3 right, you can beat some bad teams, and you can beat some solid teams if you do 2 out of the 3 right. And you're not gonna, and you can beat some really good teams if you do all 3 right. And Harrison's a pretty good baseball team, and we only did 1 out of the 3 right, and the score showed that. So we're looking to bounce back this week. We got 4 games this week, and we're looking to hopefully win them all. And got a couple big conference games. We got a chance to move up in the conference a little bit and help some other teams out. We got Southridge this week, so they're undefeated, and we got a tough task ahead of us.
And I'll tell you what, the neat thing about doing this show is so many of you guys know each other. And last week, when we did the Eric Barnes show, he has listened to your show, and he said he appreciated everything you said about him. But it's great that you guys all know each other, and you guys, even some of you guys, including you and Eric Barnes, played with each other in college.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really makes coaching a lot of fun, and it puts a little bit more on the line. You don't want to lose any games anyway, but you definitely don't want to lose to your buddies. And it's honestly a compliment to Coach Fletcher at Oakland City. He's now the AD there, but if you look around the PAC and even at some schools in the area, there's 6 or 8 head coaches that graduated from Oakland City, between Crawford County, North Posey, with Coach Kirkman there. He played for T-Ray as well. Coach Howard at Forest Park played for T-Ray. So there's a lot of coaches. There's a lot of good coaches in the area in general, but a lot of them that came out of Oakland City in the last few years, and it's a lot about his program and what he has been able to do there. But yeah, it's like Coach. I know I listened to Eric's show last week, and like he said, it it's good for the baseball community. We all help each other out. Obviously, whenever we can, we don't want to give away too much, but we're all in it to help better the game of baseball and make it better for everybody and make it more enjoyable.
So what I'm getting from this is I'll give some advice to young kids. If you want to be a teacher and a very good baseball coach, go to Oakland City.
Yes, go to Oakland City. That's what I'm saying. We finally one of our football players, which I helped mainly with football. He plays first base for us as well. He decided to play football at Oakland City not too long ago, and I spoke at his signing day, and I told everybody, I've been waiting a long, long time to send a kid to Oakland City. I never thought it would be for football, but here we are, and hopefully we'll start getting some guys to go to Oakland City, and they can come back and help me coach, and maybe one day eventually take over the program whenever I'm done.
And you're listening to the Trent Benningfield Show, and we'll be back right soon. That's just for our sponsors. You're listening to the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by World Sports Communications.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
And welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show. And we're joined by the Tell City Marksman head softball coach, Maddie Dawson. Maddie, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing really good. This is your first season. What did you do as far as coaching, in the coaching aspect before the season?
The last 2 years, I was the assistant coach under Maggie Sheeter. And then before that, I helped a little bit out with my high school team. I went to South Spencer. So I helped them out as I was playing college softball. And that's about my coaching experience for the high school level.
And South Spencer, I know that Tell City's gotten quite a few coaches from South Spencer, with the Webbs and et cetera. So
yes.
And how's the season went for the Marksmen right now?
I think it has gone pretty well. I mean, we have our ups and downs like any other high school softball team would have. But as of right now, we're doing pretty good, and we're a pretty solid team. I think we could still do a little bit better and bring home some more wins this season.
And who are some of the top players that we're going to hear from the rest of the season and in the future?
Yes, I have a group of 4 seniors that are pretty good. Riley Schroeder has pitched for us quite in the past couple years, and I've continued to pitch her this year, but she is also one of my key outfielders, and she brings a very good bat when we are playing tough teams. She usually always I think she's my RBI leader on the team. If I get someone on ahead of her, she usually can bring them in for me. But I've been mainly focusing on pitching-wise. I've been pitching my sophomore, Kinsley Napier. She didn't play a lot last year, but she has came a long way since then, and she has been handling her own on the mound, so I've been pitching her mostly. And then I have Corey Embry, who's another one of my big power hitters. She has played a lot of different roles in the past. But for me this year, she has been a very good third baseman, and she has a very big bat when it comes to hitting the ball. And then I also have my sophomore, Emmy Hesley. She's my leadoff batter. She very quick. Once I get her on, I usually can steal her around the bases, and she's my main scorer. And then I have a couple other girls that bring a lot of different aspects and qualities to the team, but I feel like my solid 9 right now have been producing a lot, and they have been doing very well for me.
And, looking at the rest of your season, you've got like basically 3 weeks until the end of the season. So who are some of the big games you got left?
This coming week is actually a pretty big week for us. We play on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, but they're all 4 conference games. And I mean, we can go 4-0 this week, easily if they just come to play. So that's what I'm hoping out of this week. I think we're winding down our conference schedule. I know this week knocks out a lot of them, but I know we have a big Gibson Southern team coming up that we can compete with. So I'm hoping that's what they can do.
And, we're talking on Sunday night, and tonight was when the sectional draw came out. And I know it's 3 weeks away, but what do you think about your draw, and who are some of the favorites in the tournament?
So we ended up getting the bye in the tournament, so we can either potentially play Perry Central or Mater Dei. Tell City doesn't play a lot of Evansville schools. I think we play maybe one. So I have not done a lot of research on Mater Dei yet, just because we don't play them in the regular season and they're not in our conference. But I know they are usually a very strong team, so I would have to do a little bit more research on them. And then we have Perry Central, who we played them last Friday, and we came out with a win. But if we play them again, that would be our 4th time playing them this season.
Well, Coach, good luck on the rest of the season, and go get them in sectional.
Thank you so much.
And you've been listening to the Trent Benningfield Show on the South Virginia Sports Network, powered by Milligan Bros for Communications. We'll be back right after the messages from our sponsors.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
And welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show. And Coach, I'll tell you, I think Tell City's awfully lucky to have you and Maddie Dawson as your baseball and softball coaches.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is my 7th year at Tell City, and I think we've got the program heading in the right direction. I know the wins and losses don't really necessarily show that, but I do think that we're doing things the right way. Hopefully, the wins and losses will start to come around. But the kids, I think, are buying into what we're preaching. And the junior high level, I know you talked to Coach Nebeau last week or a couple weeks ago, and they've got 28 or 30 kids on their team. So the numbers are starting to come up, and the biggest thing, especially at small schools, is to get the numbers up just to help breed that competition. You know, if kids are comfortable, they kind of get complacent or get lazy because they know that they've got a spot or they're going to get to play no matter what. But when you've got that competition, kids can't afford to be lazy because there's always someone sitting back waiting to take their spot. There's always somebody else working to take their spot. So I'm hoping that will start breeding a little bit of competition. But as far as Coach Dawson goes, I think she's doing an awesome job with the softball program. It's nice to see a little fresh start with her, a young face that can help motivate the girls, and I think the girls respond to her really well. She's a hard-nosed coach, and I know that she was a pretty good player in high school, and obviously good at the next level at Kentucky Wesleyan. So I'm looking forward to see what she can do in that program. I think she's off to a good start. I think they're second or third in the PAC right now on ball in just her first year, and they're an awfully young team. I think they start 2 or 3 freshmen and 2 or 3 sophomores. So the future looks bright for the softball program, and I'm looking forward to see what she can do with that program.
And then this week you've got games against Southridge, Springs Valley, Mount Vernon, and Wood Memorial. Why don't you preview all those games for us?
Okay, yeah. Southridge tonight is going to be a tough task, and it's probably the toughest game of the week for us. It's starting off the week. Like we've talked about a lot, it's one of the toughest conferences in the area, and they're undefeated in the conference. So if we want to show that we're real contenders, not only in the conference but in the sectional, you got to win games like tonight. So I'm sure we're going to get their best, and hopefully they get our best as well, and we can show that we can compete. Because I'm really looking forward to tonight's matchup, just to show people. I think a lot of people are kind of overlooking us this year with just based off our record and some of the losses we've had early on. But 2 weeks, I don't think that there's anybody that's been more improved than we are. So hopefully tonight we can kind of show that a little bit and put an end to Southridge's undefeated streak in the conference, which will be no easy task. But that's tonight. We are playing at Springs Valley. It's a new opponent for us. We haven't played them. I know we didn't play them whenever I was in high school, and we haven't played them since I've been coaching here. So forward to seeing the new opponent. We add a few extra games to our schedule, and I know that's a tough matchup. I heard they're much improved this year. They're top 2 or 3 in the PLAC right now. So another tough matchup tomorrow night, and then Thursday we play against Mount Vernon, and they have a first-year coach, and I've heard that a lot of good things there as well. So looking forward to the matchup. If we can get both conference games this week, it'll put us in a good spot. Like I told you a couple weeks ago, if we want to have a chance in the conference, we've got to win out. So if we want to have a chance, we've got to take both games this week and keep pushing forward. If we lose one of the two, then we're basically out of the race. So just got to keep grinding. Hopefully, grind out a few wins, and then conference wins this week, and then Wood Memorial on Friday. I don't remember if that's a home or away game yet. We haven't. Feel like they've been on our schedule every year since I've been coaching, and I think we've only played them once because of rainouts and everything like that. I feel like we always get bad weather that day, and I looked at the forecast this morning, and it's a 70% chance to rain again. So hopefully we can get in all the games week and keep improving. Like I told you a couple weeks ago, we're not so worried about wins and losses right now. We're wanting to make sure that we're going to keep improving every single night, every single pitch, and hopefully mid-May into May, whenever sectional rolls around, hitting on all cylinders, and we'll be a opponent for somebody.
And I know we've got the whole month of May, but the sectional draw came out last Sunday, and what can you tell us about the Tulsa City Marksman sectional draw?
Yeah, we didn't get the best draw we were hoping for, but we also didn't. So we got South Spencer in the first round, which they beat us early on 10-3, and we're hoping that we can survive and advance going into the tournament. And if we are lucky enough to survive and make it to the second round, then we will play the winner of Mater Day and North Posey, which two more tough teams. We beat North Posey season, but that is a much improved team. I think we caught them on an off night. So if we want to be able to beat them again, then we're going to have to bring our best stuff. It's always hard to beat good teams 2, even 3 times. And I'm sure they're going to be ready for some revenge that night if they do so happen to beat Mater Dei. Mater Dei is obviously another tough team. I know I was looking at their record earlier this morning. The record's not great, but if you look at some of the teams, I always think our schedule's tough until you go look at Mater Dei's schedule, and they're a 2A school playing in the SIAC against Castle and North and Central and Rice and all those guys. And yeah, it's going to be tough for them to get wins in the regular season, but that's why they always make so much noise in the postseason, because they're battle tested and they're ready to go. They everything from Cameron Tilley going 92, 93 mile an hour to the non-conference games where they're seeing guys that are more on our level. So that's going to be a tough task to get through round 2. But I think if we play our best ball and we throw strikes and limit the free bases, and we've got a chance. And then obviously Forest Park got the bye against Perry Central, and Forest Park I think is probably the sectional favorite. If you got 95% of the people play Forest Park is a sectional favorite, and they got a good draw with the bye game, and they'll play Central, who is at the top of the PLAC right now. So it's tough sectional. You can't afford to have a bad night or take nights off. You got to bring your best up every night, because one play or one bad swing or one error, it could cost you. So you got to be ready and make sure everybody's ready, from bench players to managers to coaches. Everybody's got to be ready and do their job on those nights. So,
well, Coach, good luck this week.
I appreciate it.
And you've listened to the Trent Benningfield Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosman Communications. We'll see you next week.